to a new drawing of me. So excited to see you guys again. And this video may a little bit longer than the others because this time I'm not just showing you the process of me drawing Lisa, but I also giving you some explain about how I draw it and the way I blend my colors. So let's jump right into the video. I decided to add Himi ghost on the background and some for her hair and her clothes so it could save me significant time for other details. Furthermore, I found out that ghost is really sealed with color pencil since you can add color pencil on it. I also use Prismacolor, the box of 72 colors and the box for build-up skin tone. Actually, I use mostly the set skin and some from the 72 colors. This skin set has a variety of shades and tones and is really useful. And for paper, I use the Bristol Strathmore 300S. It's thick enough if you want to put water on it and smooth enough for my color pencil to be blended. The pigment of Gouache is very thick. You can also use watercolor instead of Gouache. Both are easy to add color pencil after they get dry. Which type of colors you want to use is depend on you, and for me, I would like to use Gouache. This part is really easy. You just need to fill all the colors. Here you can see I use red for the background, and I also put on black and gray for her hair and her clothes. You could add lighter color pencil on top, so don't be so worried if you couldn't draw the small details. Well, I'm not really good in using gold and it's got messy right over here, but don't worry, it's going to be fine when I put on the color pencil. After finishing making the background and the base for her hair and her clothes, I start to draw her eyes. Lisa's eyes is really attractive. I'm shading her eyes with gray and I will use black to make a very thin eyeliner. When I first started drawing color pencil, one thing that just coming to my mind is that to make a smooth skin using color pencil is just like using magic on the paper. When we start to learn how to draw color pencil, we just cannot control the pencil and we couldn't know how can we make it go so smooth and how can we make the skin look like the real skin or even giving it some glowing effect. Actually, magic takes two steps: layering and burnishing. To be clear, layering is to make the shade of the skin by filling gently colors on where you want it to be shaded. Yet it takes time and practice a lot to choose the right colors. And I'll leave colors using for the left face down below the screen. You can look down right over there. And if you don't have that colors, maybe you can choose another one which have the same tone with it, and your result may be a little bit different. You can also make as many layers as you want. And step 2, after finishing your layer, it's about time to burnish. Normally I do this with lighter colors comparing with colors I use in step 1. Put pressure on your finger down to the paper and blend all the layers to come to a smooth result. And again, you can see down below the screen, I separated colors that I use to make layer of the skin and colors that I use to burnish. And do you think this is still too fast? Please let me know by comment below so I can read it. You can see that I use a lot of pressure to burnish, and that's one thing you have to remember about is that burnishing will be the last step because burnish will block all the colors of that area, so you have to make sure that it will be the last color you use on that area. After you use a burnish technique, it's really hard to add more colors on it. colors that I use in the right side of her face is different from the colors that I use on the left side. I also leave the colors that I use on the left right down below the screen. In this side, you got more shadow. That's the reason why the colors is darker. And yes, same with the right. Darker is used for layering and lighter will use for burnishing. You may notice that even if others are drawing the same person with me, the same picture, their skin formula is very different from mine. Well, because there is no fixed formula for every skin, for everyone, for every condition of light and environment. Therefore, as I told you, there's a lot of practice to know what colors should be used in each case. Drawing hair was not take me too much time. Actually, as I have the base color of drawing ghosts before, so now it's really easy for me to add on color pencil. I just use the black one, the gray and the light gray to make every string of the hair and give it a super realistic look. That is my cat. He is so lovely to distract me every time I want to draw, crawling into my paper and eating my pencils. showing you the process of me, and this is the end of my video. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment below, subscribe my channel to encourage me to make more video, and I see you in my next one. Bye bye and see you soon.